Missy Tiber, the head coach, got here with me. Brittany Panetti, who I feel is like the best post player in this conference. I think she showed that today. And next to me is Emma Wallen, one of our team enforcers. Couldn't ask for two better ones to be sitting next to me. Just some opening comments. I think the thing with this game today is it hurts so bad because as a head coach, you don't get to come to work every single day and love a team as much as I love this one this year. What we've done is it's just been phenomenal. We had some adversity this year with Kanisha out for 5 weeks, and then I guess 5 or 6 weeks ago now lost our starting point guard, and we just found a way to make it happen. And that's what we've done all year. We've just had great kids, and that just make plays and make stuff happen. And I think you got to see that today all the way down to the end of the game when it looked like there was no way. We found a way and almost was able to force this thing to overtime. But like I told my team in the locker room, this loss does not diminish this team and what we were able to accomplish this year. I'm about as proud of this team as any team I've coached in my career. So we'll open it for any questions you might have.
At least you got off to a great start. Didn't seem to be nervous at all. What changed there in the third quarter? It seemed like they got better looks.
Our defense just wasn't as good in the second half. We had some issues, especially in the third quarter, with executing our defensive game plan and knowing their personnel, and that bothered us some. A couple times we ran at non-shooters to leave a shooter wide open, and that's just, that's discipline, it's maturity, and it's just flat out just blowing some assignments on the scouting report. But, those types of things are going to happen. But down the stretch, I thought we got stops that we needed. But the third quarter has always been ours. We did out, and it wasn't tonight. We actually got outscored in the third quarter, so that kind of hurt us a little bit. But our defense it wasn't as good today as it has been, and just all the way around, it could have been better.
Brittany, how tough is it inside with Big Lane?
It's very tough. It definitely makes you have to figure out how else you can score other than just going right over her, because she is taller than me, and her hands up in the air is way taller than me. But I think we did a good job handling it there. And she's a good player, and she is tough to play against, and I give her credit. She did a good job today.
We see with Kanisha Moore seemed to give you kind of a spark, and maybe some of the others didn't play as much as normal. Is it just some adjustments you had to make?
I think at times we went to a four-guard lineup, especially when Brittany had to go to the bench with fouls. We thought we could space and try to attack a little bit more, and unfortunately we weren't as effective with that in the second half as we were attacking in the first half. We didn't get to the free throw line near as much as we'd like to, but there's been times throughout the course of this year that we've had to shift to four-guard offense, and it's just been, I think you saw when we were able to get the ball, and especially Kanisha in transition, we were hard to stop. We didn't get enough stops for our transition game to shine like it normally does. But I think every time we had an opportunity to get out and run, that we executed most of the times in the transition.
Coach, just a comment on this conference in Gulf South. Tough top to bottom, without a doubt.
Yeah, it's tough. Give Lee credit. That's a great team, and Marty does an excellent job coaching them. And they are led by those 3 seniors in the starting lineup, and Erin had a tremendous game today. She didn't play real well against us the first time. She played really well, but just top to bottom, for this regional to have 4 Gulf South Conference teams, I think it speaks volumes for what this league did this year and how competitive we were every single night.
Coach, Emma hit 2 3-point field goals, ties the school record for career 3-point field goals, just 2 years. What can you say about it?
She's just a joy to coach. There's a little joke going on here lately that she's little Tiber and I'm big Emma. You probably can't get to a coach and a player more alike. And sometimes we butt heads, but we're a lot alike. She just plays with a lot of passion and a lot of heart. And, she's been a tremendous player here for us. There's no coincidence in the 2 years of the turn that we've made. how much of an influence she's had and her sisters have had on this program. But, I can always count on Emma. She's going to be tough. She's going to go out there and she's going to be competitive, and she's going to leave it on the line and give you everything that she has. And that's what she did today. I'm just proud of her of, breaking that record. There's been a lot of records that went down with this team this year, and that's what's been so special. It's when you come to work every single day coaching this group, it's just a lot of joy.
Emma, talk about their defense. Obviously, they were out to keep you from shooting threes. How tough was it to get in the woods?
It was really tough, but we prepared for that and skills, and it just didn't go our way. But Brittany stepped up and did her part, and you can tell by that in the stat sheet that it opened up the lane more with them guarding me as close, and yeah.
Talk about the free throws. I know you want the ball in that situation, but it's a lot of pressure, isn't it?
I wouldn't want anybody else at the line.
Absolutely.
I wouldn't want anybody else to step up there and shoot those.
Talk about the future, a lot of young people on the roster and moving forward.
I'm just excited about the future. The growth we've made this year is just, it's been so big to propel us for what's next. We know the journey is going to get tougher, but I think we started to lay the foundation this year of the team that we're capable of being, and we've got a lot of excellent pieces back. And I'll just be excited once this 2-week rest period gets over to get back in the gym and start working on them. And I think we've already solidified our weakness areas with our recruiting, so a lot of great days ahead for our program. And I'm just so proud of them, and I'm so thankful get to be their coach and to coach at UNA. Just look at the crowd that came over today from Florence. It's been a great year. One, as a head coach, you don't want it to end.
Brittany, talk about the season. Coming here, you know what to expect, I'm sure, but it's been a lot of good things happening this year.
I think that we all came together and we all had the same mindset from the beginning, and it was to win as much as possible. And to come out here and lose, it's a bummer, but it's just going to make us stronger for next year. We know how to handle ourselves, and Emma has the experience to step up to the free throw line, and you know what? Next time, I believe she's going to make them, and she will make them. And it's just going to make us stronger. And we had a great season. Yeah.
And I know y'all can be more determined than ever next year.
Feel back the ice on conference, that's for sure.
What's the next step, Missy? Going forward now, just you signed some kids early, you still got to get out and sign one or two? Or?
Yeah, we have room for one or two more signings, but when there's not a panic button for any single position that we feel like we need, we're just going to take our time, and we've got some leads on some good kids, and a possible transfer situation, so we're just going to take our time. And it was, Brittany, when did you sign with us last year?
Gosh, my birthday.
Yeah,
April.
it was real late,
1 for 1.
and look what happened for us. So sometimes when you be patient, you're patient, great things will happen to you. I couldn't imagine this kid right here sitting to my left of what this year would have been like without her. We said after the season was over last year that we knew we had to get a post player to help elevate this program, and we addressed that need. I don't sit here today saying we have to have a certain position. I'm confident in every position that we have. I'm just looking to enhance our program and make it better with any addition that we have at this point.
As far as the transition, you feel like everything's in place you need to be?
Yeah, winning helps, and when you get the go into the transition you're about to face, it's not going to be easy. There's going to be a lot of challenges that we face, and but I've been a coach throughout my career, from a head coach starting when I was 28 at Belmont Abbey, and moving on to Tusculum and different places I've been. we have always somehow found a way to do more with less. And I think as we make this transition for a while, that's going to be the case, but doesn't mean you cannot win. I won championships in that situation before, and we're going to go in this ASUN conference with a lot of confidence about ourselves. Just because we're changing a numeral after the D does not mean that we will change the way we play. That's one thing that I learned. Sometimes lessons the hard way, that we will never change who we are. So we're going to go into that ASUN conference running and making people guard us just like we do every single night.
And just go back to the comeback last year, second. I mean, it looked hopeless.
Yeah.
And these girls gave themselves a chance to win. I mean, just talk about that comeback.
Yeah.
What you were trying to get them to do.
You know, we are, if you think, we had an easy layup. I think Ainsley missed that one in and out at 4 seconds. We tried to run a sideline out of bounds play. Brittany was 9 of 14 from the floor. We're trying to isolate her. That's what we wanted to do, try to get the ball in her hands. And she was able to turn the corner, and we didn't get that scoring opportunity. Actually, I thought they hit it out of bounds, but we go right back and we pressure. You force them into a turnover, and, you know, and then you run a side out of bounds play, and it get deflected, which actually was beneficial for us. Then we get to go to the actual baseline out of bounds play, and we get to go to one of our go-to plays, and we executed it perfectly. And that type of situation, to make that pass and to put it right into Emma's hands, that's a play that we work on probably a couple times a week. We run that play, and that's why we were prepared to run it. And but I'm just proud of our kids that we didn't fight and we executed down the end, and we just didn't. I think that we played well enough to win. We just didn't have a ball bounce our way every now and again.
Who put the inbound pass?
Ainsley. Mhm. It was perfect pass. I swore that was going in. I thought that was going to be an and
Only
one,
could just dunk it.
and one win the game. That's what,
If only that would have been the moment.
you know, because we knew what was coming and it was wide open. So,
What about
Saved
Emma's
it.
tip on the defensive end?
Oh,
to
yeah.
do that last
oh yeah,
possession?
to give us
What do you
the,
say about that?
yeah, it was just, you know, that's the thing. These kids just, she competes. She's a competitor. It's what she does. And as a head coach, you wouldn't expect anything different in that situation to happen. You just, at that point, she knows she's won enough big games in her career that she knows she needed to make a play for the team, and she did.